chickadees. Welcome back to the back 40.
Hi, everybody. Hi, JųJÚ. How are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
Good. Can you believe we made it?
We have made it. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
2026. Oh, my goodness.
I know. Wow. Oh, and we finished all the states. Whoop, whoop. Made that go. Yay.
Yay. We
Now,
did.
okay, so we're using Restream. So to be able to see the comments, we have to go to YouTube, right?
Yes. Actually, go ahead up in the corner in the chat. I don't have access to it, but up in the corner, it should have a little button that says chat. And let me see if I can see it. And if you push that, it's like the third icon over in the upper right-hand corner.
Can you see
there
it?
Go. It said, hey, there you go. There you go.
Oh, there's Angela. Hey, Angela.
Yep, good job.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So can I access it? Weird.
Yeah.
I don't see that I can access it, so I won't. But
okay.
So we switched, you guys. I was driving before, and now JųJú's driving in the Restream seat. She's practicing, and I may not be around as much on Sundays. So she is taking over and just going to run with her 24-pound journal and 25-pound journal, and we're going to join her as we can.
Yep, and Bon was going to join us today. Y'all say a prayer for her. She's still feeling under weather. We made her rest. She was going to come on, and we told her, no, get some rest.
Right.
So we made her. Hey, Christy. Hey, Angela.
So welcome, everybody. We're glad you're here. Hi, Chris. Hi, Angela.
We got busy.
I'm going to go ahead. So JųJÚ, if you want to put yourself on full screen, you can do that. If you want to show off what you're doing, or if you want to just keep us two screens, you could decide how you want to manage that.
Hey, Zip. Okay, I think this right here is good because you're over here, I'm over here. I think it's good. Cool. If they need one of us to be bigger to see what we're working on that they want to see, they can holler. Hey, Patty. Cool.
Hi, Zippity. Hi, Patty.
Okay, there's a Karen. I miss Karen. Who's Karen? I see Angela.
I don't see a Karen. Okay, everybody, I know you can barely see. This is what I'm going to be putting my 25-pound journal in. It's currently at 10 pounds. And I'm just going to open this up really quick. Obviously, it's too big for the screen, but I'll show you what I have in here. So there is the Capitol building celebrating there. And this is a freebie in my Ko-fi shop, so you can go ahead and check that out. Can you see it? Yeah.
Oh, I see Karen. Hey, Karen.
So hey, you guys are... Yay. Welcome, Karen. So anyways, if you want to have this Celebrate America, it's in my Ko-fi shop for free. Feel free to do that. And I will just show you really quick what I've been working on. I've got Washington, D.C. in here right now. And it's just huge. So I'm just going to be working on a page at a time, and I will show those to you as I can. These I've already put in because I was just excited. And there's more stuff I'm going to be doing, but I have a page here that I've got a waterfall of postcards that I printed up. So I'm just playing in this really for myself, but I will work on a page outside of the book with you guys. But I've already started. I'm excited. So if you have one of these books, they're really great if you want to make a really big journal. Because you can glue in a page and it has the postage frame around it. Okay, that's all I have to show with the big fat thing, and then I'll craft over here to the side.
Okay, I was trying to make sure I had it all on here and free. Let me fold this in. So make sure it's not pulling down on anything.
Hi, Stacy.
Let me do my good nursing measurements here. Make sure I'm measuring appropriately. Okay.
Hi, Stamping Paint Girl.
Is that Bonbon? Better be in that bed.
Is Bonnie here? Good.
Okay. Now this is
She's like, I'm sick of being.
This is the official weigh-in for the very start of the official 25-pound journal. This is the bare bones of it. These are sacks that we decided to start out with that I have. There are more coming in from different members around the globe and world, and they'll be added. But for the bare bones official weigh-in, that's not right. It was 23.8. Hold up. Make sure it's zeroed out. All right, here we go. Official weigh-in. Laying it down. Hell, I stack it. It keeps getting bigger. Let me not touch it. Make sure it ain't touching nothing. That's touching that bottom. Hold on. I don't want it pulling down nothing and being wrong. I don't want to be cheating. Can we still see it? Yeah. All right, there we go. That's everything. Nothing touching or pulling on it. I'll put my hands up under it. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Pull it back just a little bit and let it weigh it right there. Line it up when we weigh it right to that line there. So whatever's pulling the pull every time.
Hey, Teresa.
27 point. Is that 27.27? Yep. 27.27 is the official weigh-in. So right now it weighs 27.27 ounces. Let me put that up there so you can see. Can you see that? The measurement is OZ for ounces. 27.27 ounces. That doesn't even weigh a whole shot, does it, y'all?
Well, you got 1 pound. You got 1 pound. It's almost a pound and a half.
All right, so we're going to put on here.
32 ounces would be 2 pounds.
Right here, we're going to put on here.
Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Bonbon. Hi, Christy Lou.
Okay, so our bare bones starting out today is 27.27. Good, goobly goo. All right. Yep, 16 ounces is a pound. So 27.27 ounces is how much this bad boy right here weighs for just our bare bones. Now inside it, I do have Curiously Michelle's. Where's her? Signature. All right, that's one of my signatures. Here's Curiously Michelle's signature. And then I do have Elisa's signature. I've got to decorate it with the stuff she sent, but this is the bare bones of her signature. So that is the start of it there. So that was fun.
That is amazing. I know mine is going to change weights because I'm probably going to take out paper and add paper and stuff. So when I started, it was about 9 pounds. So I'm sort of in a cheat space because I've already got a really fat book. But you're the one going for the record. I'm just going to organize my Celebrate America papers and my little time capsule that I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, well, if I put everything in here. Now, the little scale weight was to get us started. I still think I'm going to sneak it in and get it weighed. I I think I'm going to sneak it in and wait on the baby weight.
So Patty's asking, how does this project work? Well, you are welcome to join us if you want to. JųJÚ was inspired to make the heaviest journal out there, and I'll let her tell that story. But and I was inspired to just use up my 20. It's like, how am I going to use up all these 50 states? I want it all in one journal. I will make individual journals for the states. I thought, well, maybe I'll make myself a big journal that will hold all my all the things that I'm learning and I have learned about the states, and make a little time capsule. So that's my take on it. I think Bonnie is just going to do an eclectic Celebrate America journal for this year, and she might put journals together. I'm not quite sure. I'll let her decide, let you know when she comes, but we talked about that a little bit. So it's pretty much do your own thing. But for JųJූ, she's having people send her brown bags. So do you want to share about that, Ju?
Yeah, I wanted to do a brown bag journal because I figured that would expand and hold, and you know, it's done really well with Big Bertha and everything, and Big Bertha is heavy. So what we do is a brown bag, a grocery bag is the best because it's just the thickest. But any brown bag, and decorate it with your art, and with stuff from your state that you want to, anything that you want to, you know, anything. And then when you send it to me to go in here, I will put it in with that state signature, and it would be one of the cover bags for that state signature. And it will be, you know, your art in our bag. Because we won't, well, I'm saying we, I made the executive decision on that piece, but I want it to mean something. I don't want it just to be a big fat humongous journal. I want it to actually mean something. So it's going to have everything that, you know, we've done for 2026 in it, that we decide we want to go in the brown bag. And then, that's wobbly. And then, you know, it'll have the state stuff that we put in it. And then it will have the chickadees art in it too. I'm going to take it out just a little bit so we can see stuff here. There we go. So that's what it is. My box is bigger on screen. Okay, let's see. How do I oh, zip. I may not know how to fix anything like that because my little boxy thing is missing now after I press the go live button.
So if you move from the chat, it's in the icon. It's the first icon, and you can arrange what the screens look like.
What about that? There we go. There we go. That looks equal. Yay, I did it.
You did it. Yay.
How big are my signatures? Okay, let's see. This one is 15 this way. And it is, not counting the little loopies I stuck out of it, it is 15. So it's 15 by 15. But then, you know, inside of them, I've got this brown bag. Elisa sent me the bags, different bags that she had. And my sister gave me some. You know, they're just different sizes. Tyler gave me that one I put in for the center for their Christmas shopping. Very first time he ever went Christmas shopping by himself. Him and his girlfriend, fiance went. Okay, I think that's all in this signature. Yeah. Okay. That's, I think, the biggest. But then I have this one. I mean, they're all different sizes. So, I know, right, Karen? It's scary, y'all. Hold on to yourself. This one is 11 by 10, and it looks like a fourth. That one is. And then this one is kind of all sticky outy. I hadn't trimmed it down. But right now it's at 14 and a half. If I do all the sticky outs, it's 10. That's the Michelle one. That's Bama. That's Alabama. And then this is the start of the Texas, because I have a few from Texas. If they participate, they'll be adding to it too. But right now, this is the Elite Texas. This is the Elisa one, and it's 14 by 10 and a half. So they're all just different sizes. You know, y'all seen Big Bertha. It's gonna be, shit everywhere. But I mean, I want it to look nice, but I want it to be fun too.
So, have you guys seen any of these pictures? They're just so cool. I took them down from. I think it was probably the White House Facebook page or whatever. But they had pictures of what they displayed on the monument, and I thought they were really cool. So, I'm just playing with cutting those, and I'll play with them and get them in my book somehow. But I thought they were so awesome. So I love the projector onto buildings. I've always thought that was a super cool idea. I know JųJÚ is like rocking learning all the technology.
All right, well, I was going to do them I thought I would do them by, the state, like the first state, second state, that kind of state. But this thing here that we did is in alphabetical order. So I guess we'll do it in alphabetical order. Isn't that how you doing yours?
Yeah, I'm doing Washington. I'm doing America, including Washington, D.C. first.
Uh-huh.
And then I will probably take things out and put things back in and just reinforce the holes later if I need to. But I'm thinking I'm going to do Americana in the front and then Alabama. And have them alphabetically because then I can find things. Because I'm going to be writing notes about the states and the history and stuff like that. Or I'm just making it a personal time capsule that way. So. But yeah, I think alphabetically will help me find the states more readily.
Well,
and I have a whole bin, like one of the big bins of all the states organized in a file folder by state. So, like this is my Alabama one. And so I have a whole bin of all 50 states, and I'm just putting things in there, and then I will put them in the book. So these are my digitals, and then any history or stuff that I'm finding really fascinating or current events. I'm really more want to do time capsule this year, current events. But I have ephemera of my own and just different things. So these are a mix of all the digitals I need to separate out. But anyways, each state has its own. So I may have shown you guys before. There is a gal on Etsy who has really cool images of all the states too. So I printed up some of her work and mine. So I shared you guys like the Space Command. And so I was geeking out over the space industry in Alabama. So I want to look up some history on their music. I want to look up some of their history on architecture and people who've lived there. There's some more architecture. I'm not recognizing the buildings that other people might. And then their nature, and just have those in the journal. So anyways, there's the USS Alabama. And then there's a story of how the US Alabama was taken down, and it was really fascinating. So I need to do a page with that. So I'm just geeking out over the different things that I want to remember about each state.
Yeah, the deadline will be when I sew the signatures in, and I'll give the announcement saying that I'm sewing signatures in next week. Anything that I haven't received before then, because the last thing I'm going to do is connect the signatures. That's going to be the last thing. It's going to be a year-long project, and okay, that's just goes there. I don't care about the south front of it. It starts with a C. Okay. There we go. That's as far as I've got done on them so far. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to sew this up really quick.
So these are I'm using these as the fronts for the state. It talks about the state, when they became what. I got that out of Your America. Hey, Lydia.
Okay, done.
Boy, they picked that sewing machine up loud. That sewing machine was getting it. Mine don't sound like that when it gets it. It says, "Rrr, rrr, rrr, you're making me work. I don't want to sew." Rrr, rrr, rrr.
So what else?
It says, "Forget trying to sew."
Yeah, it's going to be a year-long project. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think so.
And I know JųJú's going to love having all your artwork in her journal. That will be amazing.
No, it's going to be wonderful.
Things are switching up in my home a little bit, so I'm going to be working a little bit less, and may not be online as much. Not that I'm online a lot, but I will join everybody as I can. So
yeah. And how is Restream working today?
but I definitely wanted you guys to have some digitals to play with for your states this year, and if you want to record what's going on, you can do that.
Is your Restream, is the stuff doing okay? Y'all seeing it okay? Hearing it okay? No stops? No wheel of death? No none of that?
And can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're real loud. I can hear you.
Oh, do I need to turn me down?
No. It's my speaker. Hold on. I had my speaker up because it was kind of noisy on the other side of the world.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it wasn't you. It was me. I had my speaker jacked up to almost 100%. Yeah, Bonnie be here, but she's sick. We made her go to bed. I don't know if she's in the bed or not, but I told her go to bed.
She's chatting with us in chat a little bit.
Yeah.
It's hard when you don't feel well. You can't sleep at night and sleep part of the day.
Yeah. It's way better than usual. Good. Well, I was really upset because I really, really wanted StreamYard. But it just cut up so bad on me and Michelle. And I was thinking, good God, me and Michelle are 2 hours apart. I mean, seriously. I could get to her in under 4 hours. I don't know why it's acting stupid.
I know. It's such a great service. But it's just gotten so overloaded. It's so sad.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do first. I need to take Bama out. Yeah.
So if I fold this over, it can go in the journal just fine.
So I'm going, my goal is to be good.
Your goal is to be good? What does that mean?
To be like you, I'm going to have, my goal is to organize everything, all the state stuff that I have together like you did. So I can just pull the pack out and get to smacking stuff down and slapping here and there and get to working. So it'll already be pre-organized. That's my goal. You know, I don't do too well on that. My little ADD brain don't do that.
Well, I sort of have a head start on you. I've been thinking of the states for like 6 years. The goal to finish the digital has been like a 6. When I first started making digitals, I knew I wanted to make all the states. So it took me 6 years to pull it off. And so you helped me with that last year, and I appreciate it.
Well, I am, let's go, Stacy. I'm going to do that. Get me a, I have a whole roll of it over there because, I mean, I do all that. You know, my planning style was always either Happy Planner or Midori. So, I have all that crap over there still. I hadn't used it. I've almost used it up. I haven't bought any. I've just been trying to use my old planner stash up. And I've almost done it.
That looks just so cool. And it will flip out.
I know I'm going to have the book sectioned off. Like one section is going to be our Celebrate America section. And then one section I want to have, you know, where it's like our challenge sections. And then one is like our creative art section. And one would be like where we put our jelly print stuff in it. And then one, you know, be like a chickadee section where I put stuff that y'all send me that you want to go into the 25-pound journal. Okay, that's the plan, but y'all know how I am. I might decide that the chickadee thing needs to go over here in this other section. I might say it looks better over there. Now, when y'all do alphabetized, like North Dakota and South Dakota, no, that needs to go under D for Dakota.
No, I do North Dakota and South Dakota.
You put it under N and S?
Yes.
Oh, no, that ain't happening on the back 40. These Dakotas. It's not my fault that they could not get along and had to get a divorce and become North and South. That is not my issue. That's there. So it's going to be Dakota, Dakota.
So you need to do that with North Carolina and South Carolina and with West Virginia and Virginia. So you'll only have 47 states.
Well, no, I mean alphabetizing them. I'll have them separated because they are 2 states. But when I put them in alphabetizing, I'm not going to put the N's with the N's and the S's with the S's. They're going to go with the D's because they Dakotas.
Got it.
But I'll honor them. I'll give them their own little state jacket. But, you know, when it comes to alphabetizing, they all go to the D. It's not my fault they don't know how to play together.
Well, the Dakotas they both entered at the same time.
I know when that wild. And you know,
Yeah.
we'll never, those people are dead. So therefore, we will never know the 100% honest to God truth of which one was first. Isn't that wild?
Yep.
Some of these has a state on the back of them. I may copy it to do some artwork with, or I may not. Who knows? I like that We the People, though. That definitely. Oh, Your Democracy. Okay, I'll leave that over there. I need to copy that one. That one can be some collage fodder.
So Bonnie is saying, Bonbon is telling us that it sounds much better than it has sounded before. Chris Kilu, I'm not sure who that. So cool to watch you doing this. I prefer to stick to coloring pages and painting. Stacy says this way, as new people come in during the year, they have an opportunity to get in the journal. Let's see, Idaho and Arizona bags are on their way.
Okay.
Then Carolina and Virginia as well. You want to keep those together. And Bonnie's asking if your polish is off.
Yes, my polish is off. I was cleaning up and doing my stuff today, and I was scraping, and I was doing, I don't know, those that have been to our live, you remember that ugly, ugly peach orange looking gesso bag that just looked god awful? Well, this is what it looks like now. And so I had all that hot pink, which is kind of like the same color as my nails, here, and it was all over my thing. So I had the mean green out because I thought I couldn't get it off. So I kept spraying and I kept scratching and spraying and scratching, and it just kept coming off, and I kept spraying, letting it sit, going back and scratching it, see, like that, and scratching it. And I looked down and I was scratching off my fingernail polish. I was like, good God. So I wiped it all off and decided it was clean enough for one day. So I thought I was kept scratching off hot pink paint off my glass top, and it wasn't clean, and it was my fingernail polish. And I just, I was quit downplaying myself. Well, I did. What time is it? It was just a few minutes ago. I was watching Teresa and talking to Dawn when I realized what I was doing. Oh my God. It was too funny. It was like, duh. Alright, we're going to put that there. Look at this. It's a little difficult doing alphabets on live stream. I'm just saying, y'all.
Yeah, organizing things.
Yeah, on live. Yeah, because your brain is like trying to think and saying, your alphabets on the internet is here forever. But you did not know that, okay. Well, I guess that needs to go in. Yeah, because there's not a node.
So somebody has suggested you put elastic bands around each state, and that way you can add things until you're ready to put everything together.
Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, that was Stacy May. I told her I would do that. That would keep it together for sure. And I was looking at my Margaret Miller. I mean, I remember that's my week 1 Margaret Miller collage. I remember when that was something I was inspiring to be able to do. So I have come a long ways.
You have. You are amazing at everything you get done.
I have come a long ways in my, not only in my art stuff, but in my acceptance of myself and my art and my confidence.
Yep.
Because a lot of it's there. I just wasn't doing it. Or I was doing it and just wasn't showing nobody. I thought I had these in order at one time. But they've been shoved in that box, so.
So if you guys notice, I don't throw a lot away. I just try to
Look, she's
repurpose
choosing her
things.
own bed. Look, read Bonnie's comment. She's choosing her own bedtime. Hey, Amy K. Not according to what I said, she ain't listening to me. She tells me, okay, then she go do whatever she wants to do. Oh, I'm almost through.
I never work with a rhyme or reason. I just sort of see what's on my desk and make something out of it, and then piece everything all together.
Okay, this goes out to work. That's our first workings. So this is the first letter. And I gotta add that with Washington, because you said you could do Washington.
So in the chat, do you guys save like every little scrap, or do you throw things out? Do you throw out edges, or do you try to salvage them like what I'm doing? Wow. We're getting hail.
What?
Some hail outside.
Is that normal for you?
It can be.
Oh, okay.
Not too often, but it can be.
I hadn't heard you talk about hell before. Well, not in that sense of the word. I am starting on the 25-pound journal, organizing our states to start the state section that we've been doing. I'm going to get a drink of water. I got a tickle. Oh, wait. Oh.
And I'm just building up ephemera off of my scraps that I'll put in a journal or somewhere else and move on to the next thing. Ooh, that is like such an ugly. I don't know if I like that. Nope. Okay. Now what? Look how cute. Little doggy with the Americana hat, the Uncle Sam hat. I guess it was a
Hey, I'm live. Well, try harder. You get me dinged.
Hi, paint paper.
He knew that
Hi,
we came in.
Tanya. Hi, Amy. Hi, who's your mama? And I didn't say hi to Passion earlier. She had said hello. Hello.
Jess.
Yes, I'm in Oregon.
Well, it's Jessica, but I call her Jess. Because I got a friend named Jessica that we call Jess.
Did you guys have a good Happy New Year and a good Christmas? I know we didn't meet last week to follow up on things. What?
Wait a minute, let me add the rest of it.
Oh, she's getting some weight there. She's getting excited.
That's just the alphabet of the header pages.
Hi,
It's
Jessica.
42.82 ounces.
That is awesome.
Oh, hey Julie, Teresa Conway Hayes did a live today, and on it, if she remembered at the end of it, she was going to show the lace again. But there is some absolutely cute lace that has the kind of like honeycomb kind of netting, but it looks like cotton netting kind of thing. Go look at that lace and see if you have any. She loves it, and I like the way it looks on those snippets. She doesn't have any more, I don't think. So we need to get some. See if you got some. Oh, that's cute. Look, it says, hey, Darla Phillips 92, face, red heart shape. I forgot he done put the emojis on the restream comments. I was sitting here reading that going, what does that mean? Oh, yes, well, it happens. So, how many pounds is that? All right, so this is Michelle's. Michelle's a Bama girl, so it starts Bama. So on that one, I think, yep. On that one, I think I'm just going to glue Bama on the inside because she was the first one that sent me the Bama stuff. So she gets the cover. And then I'll put this one here, and then I can start adding anybody else that comes in behind it, and they'll all still have Bama on the front. I think that works. And then who knows, they may have some stuff that'll go around it. Yeah, because I don't particularly care about that on the back, so it doesn't need to be a flip out. I left some of them as flip outs on the back if it had cool stuff on the back of it. This don't have anything cool on the back of it, so I'm not going to leave nothing back. Hey, Jenny. Throughout the stuff, we've got some Alabama stuff that we have. You know, I'll be finding stuff. We have our favorite, or my favorite, because I think Dawn has some different ones that she's using, but I have some favorite parts of the digitals that we used all last year, and those will be the ones that I'll make sure to add in under that state section. And then some of the digitals I have that we used with it last year are not even part of the state stuff, but it's part of the some digitals that she was doing, or we were looking at, or something or other during that time frame that we were doing that state section. And I would make something on the stream with it, so I would add those in it as well. And then I was thinking about coming up with some kind of art thing on, you know how I would always do the Chicken Little episodes. So So I think there needs to be a Chicken Little page and be our best, our favorite Chicken Little story.
Oh, yeah.
Now she had a pocket built in this. I'm going to close that up on this side. I'm not going to do the pocket on this side. But if I do, you know, I always just take my little knife and split it. So it'll be okay. If you want to keep the pocket. I like that. I like that. That's cute. There's Bam. Bam, bam. Okay. Alright. And then I'm going to put this in the middle. And then just clean up these edges. I'm not cleaning them up all real fancy because I don't care. I need a drink of my Sprite. I had some Diet Dr. Pepper. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh, trading card, I forgot your name from the other night. I'm sorry. It takes me a couple times to remember.
And I'm so bad with names.
I'm going to put this on the outside because it's the hard plastic one. Did he just want to be called Variety, or did he tell us a name? I forgot. Uh-oh, what happened? Do you see that?
See what? I'm here.
It says to... I don't know. To activate... I don't know. Can everybody still chat okay?
Yeah, I see. I'm seeing chat on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm texting it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, there we go. That's kind of, it's not perfectly straight, but it, you know, it has a somewhat cohesive line. And then in the middle goes the nooms, because you know that just looks like a Bama thing. I'm so funny today. I'm so funny today. Look, even Billy's laughing
so
at me.
Funny. Oh my goodness.
Even Billy's laughing at me. You see that? Okay. Well, this little thing came up across it and it says to activate chat, click here. And I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, it confused you.
Yeah, it threw me for a loop, which, you know, some days it's not so hard.
And it's hard because, like, on Restream, it doesn't show you everything, where StreamYard showed you a lot more if you were a guest and you could do more. It's just a challenge, or we haven't figured it out yet.
Okay, I wanted to leave this page first. And this, I cut out like this because this is the fish, but that looks kind of funny. Looks like he swallowed the cork when you go fishing. See? Let me move it over. See? Isn't that funny? Okay. No, okay. All right, thank you, Noah. I was like, oh, God, I forgot it. So, I'm going to use some walnut stain.
One of my other goals this year is to use as many of my stamps as I can. So you guys will probably see me playing with stamps this year. Because they just sort of sit there, you know.
Yeah, this is some artwork that Chris, my hubby, did for me. Uh-oh, hold on. Somebody at the door. Hey, why? It's, you gotta come on in and go look. The keys are on the bar. Come on and see.
And I'm by no means a perfectionist.
Oh. That's Sissy, y'all. So happy birthday, Sissy.
Happy birthday, Sissy.
Sissy in the house.
Hey, everybody. Thank you.
The real house. Sissy up in the house. So I'm going to put this down on this page and then I'll build around it. But I mostly just wanted the artwork of the fish on here. And I thought it was cute. It's swallowing the cork. Let's pull him over just a little bit so his lips will be up in the cork. I'm like, he's swallowing the cork. And we've been to Bama before and we went fishing over in Bama. So that brings back some Bama memories for me. Y'all, it's going to be a little loud right now. I apologize. He thinks there's like a soundproof wall here. He don't understand. Even though I tell him, he don't.
Forgot you was live.
You forgot I was live. That's what he says too.
No, I didn't.
You were talking about fishing in Alabama, JųJÚ. We were hanging out last night, and I was going through some of my stuff. Do I have it here? I don't know. Oh. So I was looking at coral reefs to see if there were any coral reefs in Alabama. And they have natural ones or unnatural ones where they dropped like boats and cars and stuff, and they made an artificial reef, R-E-E-F, off of the coast. And I thought that was pretty fascinating. So I was going through some of my stuff and it's like, okay, which state am I going to use this in and everything? And it was so fascinating to see, to learn about the artificial reefs off of Alabama. So I want to do something like this for the reefs as well. So when I was geeking out about Space Force in Alabama, I just took up some information, printed it up, and put it onto an image that related to Alabama. So, and this was a comment from Reddit. I'm not going to read all of this, but if you're going to do like a time capsule thing, just take your favorite things and you can do it digitally or do it artistically like JųJÚ does it. I thought this was pretty cool myself, so I put it in there. They were talking about the Apollo 17 and how much it costs and all that good stuff. So I geeked out over Space Force and went and printed out all the different things related to that. And I thought it was cool to get some of the commanders and stuff in there. Because this is just a fun time in history. So I don't know if you guys had if you're in school and you buried a time capsule, but that's what I am working on the fun things I find. And sometimes not so many fun things you might find in the States. You know, we have both good and bad history. So anyways, that is what I am going to be doing.
All right, I'm going to put this down for the illusion. I ain't getting all that deep.
No. And that's why I'm taking the back seat a little bit too, because it's just like I just want to geek out on stuff myself.
Yeah, I'll geek out on what they do, what kind of big fireworks they have, how they celebrate, if they celebrate. I'll geek out on the stuff that y'all send me. Marnie's gonna kill me. I done mixed up all these tops. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay, we go. I'll geek out on that kind of stuff, but that's about as far as I'm gonna go with that. Now, however, with that being said, I will tell you now that you will see some Chicken Little stuff. Yeah, Teresa, are you live? Is the live button on? And then I was going to do, I didn't just sew this because, you know, in Bama and, you know, Mississippi and some of the waterways we share, there's a gumbo, and the rivers are turned, and even though it might be blue and you can see down through the water a little bit or whatever, you know, it still has that brown gumbo dirt bottom. It just does. That's part of the charm. So you know where you at. And there'll never be a question. So I thought I'd put this behind here and cover a little blue like it's, you know, some blue ocean or something. Behind it with the brown. Because that's never happened either. I should have used green. Well, maybe that will stop burning. I'll put that over there until I get everything covered. Yeah, this one's chipped sapphire. A little dark.
So I was in a group the other day, and I was curious what you guys think of what's going to be trending this next year as far as themes and stuff. I think Americana is big, and a lot of people think you know, going back to basics, you know, not non-AI stuff. So all the vintage, cool vintage things. But what are you guys looking forward to playing with this year? Yeah, this is the multinational force Operation Olympic Defender. So Space Force in Alabama, it has been doing training for a lot of different countries. So the countries are going into Space Force and getting training on AI and space based technology. So I was reading about that on the Space Force Facebook page. So I thought it was sort of cool. And it says, U.S. Space Command stands ready to carry out the direction of the president following today's announcement of Huntsville, Alabama as the command permanent headquarters location. They're currently in Colorado, but they built a new command center, and there's the icon for it. It's pretty cool. In Alabama, as they were cutting the ribbon there, and that was just a few months ago. And so I thought that was pretty fascinating, and I just like seeing like who is coordinating with America, who are the people who are coming to get training, what countries are those. I'm sort of a geopolitical junkie, and I like to know who's leading, who's in leadership, and what they're communicating and all that stuff. So here is the U.S. Army garrison in Redstone, and here are some of the people there who were part of the partnership with the Allies. And so here is the logo for United States Space Command, which is different than Space Force. They're two different things. This is more it's all military, but this is a little bit different. So anyways, this was released. I printed this on December 5th, 2025. So I thought that was cool. And so I think space is going to be a theme that's going to be in the news and everything. So if you have make journals for kids, they might be interested in that and that kind of thing. So anyways, that's one of the reasons. And then here were some a digital that was on Creative Fabrica that had these images. So I just printed up my favorite ones and was going to decorate the pages with it.
See how it's so cool that people take stuff and turn it into what trips their trigger and what they like, what fascinates them, and what they want to learn and invest in. And me, I just want a fish to swallow a wine cork.
Yeah, there is so much alien disclosure that's going to be coming out. But if you listen to Matt Arrett, this is not the place to get me down that road. I mean, you might have to go join me on Rumble. If I decide my Rumble channel, you might enjoy that.
Yeah, I just want the fish to swallow the wine cork. You can take your trailer to the moon. Oh, wow. I don't want to go to the moon. Even though I heard you weigh less on the moon. That could be a positive.
Well, there is a he used to be like a general. He's now, I can't remember the name of his company, but General Quast, he is making modular items for outer space so we can do mining in outer space and do things on the moon. And it looks like there's a plan to have things in place 10 to 12 years from now. So it'll be interesting to see if we look back and see if we get there. You know, we saw the Jetsons and we thought we'd be there by now, and we're not. So anyways, but I know there's a lot, there's so many resources in outer space, and there's really is a race right now globally to have access to those resources. So we're sort of in like an industrial revolution, I think, but for space and AI and all that stuff. So I always thought, gosh, what would it be like to have lived during that time? And we're living during one of those seasons in time. And I just trip out over stuff like that. I think it's so fascinating.
No interest. I have no interest in going to outer space either because I can't breathe up there.
Yeah, I don't want to go up there, but it would be cool if you can get energy from space and get it here quicker. General Quast was talking about they can use the technology exists, it's just not marketable yet. So in about 12 years, the idea of being able to use radio waves to get energy from outer space to us anywhere in the world would be really cool. So and that's like with the satellites and stuff to get it to people. It could be a good tool and a bad tool. So it's just stuff to watch out and see who's doing what. This world is going to be moving so quick. We thought last year went by quick. This year is going to go by even quicker, and everything coming out is amazing.
So I was going to put just a little cluster up here by the fish. And it is a Haida pocket. Y'all know how I love my Haida pockets and Haida, anything Haida. If it says Haida, I'm on it. And I'm going to put that right there. And then this one come out of my Teresa Ephemera book. And it says Joy in the Mornings. I'm going to stick that right there. Because who doesn't have joy in the mornings when they catch them a fish on the wine cork? So we're going to put that right across there for joy in the morning. And then anything, and I got to figure out where that fishing spot was, and I'm going to stick it up in there. I may even have some pictures of us at the fishing spot that I can stick up in here. Hey. But that's my son and Kenzie. right, so put that there, and then do that like that. Oh, I didn't do that correctly. There, that makes it look a little bit better. There we go. And then I can slip that either picture, and I got this. I don't think they're gonna last. I think this is thermal, and that's gonna fade. But anyway, I'll have to read up on that a little bit. Mama gave that to me, so I'll do that one, and then I can put anything Bama fishing related or anything like that I want to save up on that page. I just want to play. I just want to play. I don't want to think about that. All right, so this one is when you, if anybody sends me anything, if you don't put your name on it and your state on it, then I will do like I did Michelle. I would take your address off your envelope and cut it off and stick it on there. Like the city and state, not the whole address, just the city and state.
That's worse.
Hey, Mama May.
Hey, baby, I'm live. How you doing?
All right, how about you?
I'm doing good. Where you at?
I'm
Yeah,
at
man.
home.
You at home? Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
All right. Okay.
All right, Mama May.
All right. Bye, baby.
Bye-bye.
That's my son's best friend.
I'll be on again.
He finally made it home. Let me call him Mama May.
Stop, how old are you? I got
They all call me Mama May. Always the. Oh, I'm glad, Teresa, but that's his name. My Teresa ephemera book. Look, did you see? I had to tell you, I took, I forgot what kind of cardboard that is, but I made a cardboard journal, covered it up, and put it over top of it because I was handling it so much I didn't want to tear it up. So I put it inside. It's inside a cardboard holder. See? I just slid it. I just made it to put it in a cardboard holder. So I wouldn't tear it up. Okay. You know how rough I am. Like a corn cob. Okay. That's what my grandma always used to say anyway. I was rough as a corn cob. Okay, then that's the back of Michelle. So that's cool. That's not bad for my first page. I got the Bama here talking about Alabama and all its goodness. And then here's my fishing page. And I'll stick my picture or my write-up of my memory behind there. And then anything fishing. And that looks kind of like water, don't it? When I did a little spraying of the distress spray.
It does.
Bonbon said, hey, y'all.
Alright.
So we got that. Yeah, that's kind of cute. So that's my Bama one. That was
Yay.
Yay, that's what I had worked on. Now let me see if I have anything over here. Did you come give me hugs?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Hey there. Is that Stella Bug?
That's Mackenzie.
Hi, Mackenzie.
Hi.
I was trying to see if I had. Oh, here we go. I was trying to find my red, white, and blue stuff.
Yes, I bought.
Okay, so I got that. How long have we been on here? Because they're in there
It
for
is
certain.
4:10, so you're just over an hour.
Okay, good. We'll finish this up and then we'll call it a live because they done got over there. Y'all hear them? They're supposed to start cooking. They're gonna get louder. They don't know how to play right. I thought that was cute. That kind of.
Well, you've gotten a lot done over there. I'm having fun over here, obviously. So we'll have to keep our eye on Rocket Town in Alabama.
I may have to look into that. I might could take some Chicken Little stuff from that.
All right. That's why I included
might
it. I thought you'd be interested in some stuff here. So
Yeah, well, you're doing the scientific Googling out, geeking out part on it. I could take the Chicken Little route on it. That would be fun. We both could have a page in our journal about it. I don't know about Bonbon, what she'd think about that. But I thought it'd be cool, but we'll both have a page on it.
well, I'm just picking out, like, Huntsville is really big in Alabama. Rockets and stuff is huge there. So I don't know if other states will have that. But the states
Well, I
that
don't know,
do,
but whatever you do on that, I'll just do a Chicken Little on the Huntsville spot, and I'll just give them a little Chicken Little spot.
yeah, there is definitely some. The other cool thing as I was researching about, so I was doing research on Alaska next, and then listening to Matt, one of the people I listened to, who was talking about how the first international court was in Alabama as well. And so in history, that was really interesting, where they tried people for Civil War crimes. And I thought that was really fascinating. So I need to get that in my book as well, as I was learning about some historical things. And that had to do with the sinking of the Alabama. So they were sort of tied together, the Alabama military ship. So I'm
Yeah, I
like,
heard you talking about that.
I can't believe that Alaska ties into Alabama. It was just interesting when I was doing some research.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
So, and I've got the ship.
Okay, we're fixing to be off in just a minute.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. So anyways, that's what I've been learning about Alabama. It's been fun.
They can't find the cheese shredder, y'all. That's what happens when you buy cheese already shredded all the time. You don't know what a cheese shredder is in the house. Because you ain't never had to use it. Oh, shoot.
Yes. So much Chicken Little stuff out there for sure. It is hopping. So, JųJූ, are you going to go have fun, hang out with your family?
I am. I'm going to go in there and help them find stuff that they're needing to cook. I don't plan on
that's right.
cooking. No cooking. No cleaning up after the cooking. I don't plan on doing nothing. I plan on eating. That's what
We're
I plan.
having spaghetti tonight. What are you guys having?
Mackenzie, what you cooking?
Cajun pasta.
Cajun pasta. That's what we're cooking.
Oh, that sounds good.
It does sound good, don't it?
Yes.
I'll get it. We're fixing to get off. Huh? Okay, we're fixing to end right now. Give me a second. The cheese will wait. Okay, there we go. That's done. That's cute.
Very cute.
I know I was close to the mic. I didn't want nobody to hear what I was saying. Okay. And then the back page of it, I covered up the 10% thing. See, so that looks cool. That really doesn't look too much like a wine bottle bag, does it? That cleaned up pretty good. Then we add some more stuff to it. You'll never know. Except for, those that were here and all of YouTube. But they won't tell. Okay. I thank y'all so much for hanging and playing with me on our first kickoff Sunday of our Celebrate America and 25 pounds or bust section of our Celebrate America. I look forward to many, many more.
Thank you, everybody. We're so glad you joined us. Have a great time. We'll see you later.
I'll see you next Sunday on this episode. Hopefully, Sage will be able to join us down, and then Bon. So I'll see you then on the next go round. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Okay.